hi, Trickster. Welcome back. This is Jack. I'm supposed to say that, I guess. I don't know. I gotta put it on my right arm. It's a sleeve I've got. It's just meant to when my arms hurt, I wear it. Right now my arms are hurting because I don't know if it was weightlifting or I slept on them wrong, but both arms were really hurting, and I forgot where my other sleeve is, so I've only been wearing the one. So I just switch back and forth. All right, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about Zane, which he's right there. Look at him. He's cute. And my room's messy. Or not my room, my office is messy. Woo, hope you're enjoying. Interesting note about the villain of that one, because Homelander's ultimately the villain, but the reason they made her from Portland is because of all the or the Oregon area or Washington area is because of all the Proud Boys who march out this way, which are a pretty racist Nazi kind of group. So anyway, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the big elephant in the room, the one in the shape of a tree called Shadow of the Erd Tree. That's right. We have the official release date, finally, of the DLC for Elden Ring. Now, I have a vague feeling there's going to be he's moving into my lab, which he's cool to be in, because I've been kicking him out of it lately. He's really nervous about doing it right now. I'm just going to brush him while I talk. I feel like I'm a villain right now. Anyway, so we got the Shadow of the Erd Tree. I did a stream on Coffee Over Gaming, like me breaking down my initial thoughts on like different elements of the trailer, mostly of like the lore. And it comes out June 21st. I said it wrong in like the short I did. It was June. I said June 22nd. It's June 21st. Because I'm in the States, it'll be June 20th. Well, she is legitimately a Nazi. She is legitimately a Nazi. So it's not like she's Nazi-like. She is a Nazi. Spoilers, by the way. So anyway, no, I'm really, really, really freaking excited. And just like all the other Souls-like games I play, I'll be playing it on stream. My only debate is, do I want to make a new character when I go to play, or have one ready for me to be able to play on stream? Like, be ready to go straight into the DLC. I'll probably do that one. And I am going to be lifting my ban. I did for like all of a week, or 2 weeks, of not playing AAA games on here. I'm going to play what I want to play. I'm not going to play Persona on here as much as I'd like to. And the only reason I'm not going to play Persona is because the developer really gets... he won't copyright strike or take down notice. He just doesn't like it when people play his games on stream. Blues for the movie is good. So he kind of has like a permanent, hey, I don't want y'all playing my game. So there's that. All right. So there's that. I'm going, but a majority of my streams, I'm going to try to make it more often. This, for YouTube, is going to be more often my creative stuff. You'll probably see me sketching on here a lot more. Jack Blowfield Davis. I don't know what you're doing with that. Anyway. You also spelt it wrong, but that's whatever. It's Daedules. I spell it intentionally that way because that means no one ever is using it correctly. But anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, because I'm thinking the game I might play a little bit on stream is Ghost of Tsushima. And the reason why is because I think a good samurai game would be great. Y'all can't see the cat, and it's not a big floofy white cat. You could also just called me Dr. Evil. That would have been also appropriate. Oh, he purred. He happy. He wanted to be in my lap, and I haven't. Like, I've been pushing him out of my lap. I did it mostly yesterday because I was trying to set some boundaries with him. But he just gets moody, and then he'll lay next to me on the floor. He won't get in his chair. He'll just lay next to me on the floor, all moody. So I was like, you gotta guilt trip me. So yeah, that's the elephant in the room. That Elden Ring's DLC is coming out. I can guarantee you some game developers are like, we were planning on releasing in June. Yeah, he's doing an interesting purr. He's doing a different purr than he normally does. Because he does do a chirp when he's happy. He does a chirp. I'm surprised you could pick him up. That's actually interesting because there's a lot of noises my microphone won't pick up, and then there's, mind you, I did raise the I lowered the noise gate for my microphone because it was like cutting off in weird sentences. And he's my little buddy. I love him. Oh, I got a picture I got to show y'all. Y'all ready for some adorableness? Sent it to my dad, so I'm just pulling up my Facebook. There you go. That's Zane when I adopted him. That was actually the adoption picture. Dad's little baby Zane. He's my little baby Zane. I was going through some like old stuff I had saved, and there he is. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's still so cute. All right. That was a very important detail. Y'all had to know that he is cute. In case anyone doesn't know, my little sister's streaming right now. And I'm not going to flip over and pester her. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. I am glad you're enjoying Raccoon City. I'm glad you're enjoying the Resident Evil games. Especially the remakes. The remakes are on point. Like, they did legitimately a good job with the remakes. That's not even slightly a joke. Like, a lot of people were concerned of, like with Resident Evil 7, for instance, where they moved it over into a first-person perspective. They're like, it's not going to have the same level of horror. And then they're like, watch me. Mind you, and then the remake was... Oh, he just got food, so he's going to hop up. There he goes. He's like, I got food. Screw you. I love you, but food. Well, yeah. Third person does have some issues with it, but I love that more than the fixed camera shit. I really do. Because if you remember... What the hell's going on with my phone? No, it's trying to get me to use video call stuff on my phone. I had like, it was like I was missing a phone call and it was confusing the hell out of me. A little personal. Yeah, probably will. If the original will, if not the remake. Just a heads up. Without going too much detail. Oh, no, 3 was just too short, in my opinion. I like 3. But no, real fast. So I haven't heard from my grandfather in a couple of days. His phone's turned off. He's probably fine. He does that. He's rather antisocial, so he'll do that from time to time, especially if he doesn't want to talk to anybody. He should be fine, but I haven't heard from him, so that's actually a stressor for me. If I see a phone call from him, stream's over. I doubt I'll hear from him today, though. I really would like to see them do a remake of 1, because I feel with the mojo they come out of with Village, which I have issues with some of Village. I feel like there's just too much time spent with Lady Dimitrescu, and you don't really get to feel anything about the other two big ones. You do get the magnetic guy. I would have rather have had a real fight with him. Yeah, he's probably fine. He is probably fine. So my grandma died a while back, before I joined the Navy, which is a long time ago. And he remarried once, and I don't know if he just has another woman in his life, or he's married to her now too, because he never really goes into detail, and I don't ask. And she's sick, so he may just not want to talk to anybody because he's dealing with that, just because he was getting phone calls and stuff. It was a long time ago. Like, I'm pretty over it. I handle death in a very weird way. And by the way, when I say my grandma, I call her mom. She fucking raised me. I was raised by my grandparents, and I don't regret it. I live with my dad now, but he's my roommate. We split rent and all that good stuff. He never disappeared from my life. He was always there for me. But he also acknowledged he never had to be the responsible one, so... So I'm actually pretty fortunate in my life. I had two parents raising me. I got to have my dad still in my life. I just never knew my real mom, which is whatever. Apparently, I probably would have disliked her from some of the real stories I've heard, because a lot of my family like to sugarcoat stuff on her. It's whatever. Um, I would have known more about my mental health issues, though. That's for damn sure. And the other thing that worth mentioning is I've been sleeping bad. I've been like getting two bursts of 2 hours sleep at a time. I did wake up not too long ago from an actual sleep. I got like a good 4 hours. I had a weird dream, but that's not important. Those are all off-topic stuff. The only real thing I'm hating right now is my arms fucking hurting, so I'm not been able to do any real lifting. I do need to finish Arkham Knight. I did promise I would. Since I'm lifting my ban on AAA games and I'm kind of back to streaming, I got my head together. Because, like, I had no vision for what to do with this channel. I really didn't. And that was bothering me. Because the way I've always dealt with my depression or anything like that is I always try to keep a vision of where I'm going. And I had none for this channel. I was like, I log in, play video games with people, that's it. I didn't like that. Because I don't try to trash Let's Players. I just feel that the content is effectively lazy. I'd have to buy it, and if I did, it would be one of the times it's on sale, and that would be there's too much on my plate before that. But eventually, I'll try to play it purely because I liked RE4 VR. So R, if nothing else, if they do it, because I heard that there's some R. I know words. I know the best words. There is a VR mod for it. Ooh, you get a Steam account. You'll have to share it with me. Send it to me through Discord. We'll become friends. I don't talk much on it. Just a heads up. I'm like weirdly social. I'm an introverted extrovert or something like that. Where like if you put me around people to talk to, I'll talk. I'll be friendly. We'll do whatever. But to get me to actually the point to be around people and talk to them is not easy. Sleep pattern being an issue and just motivation. I'm trying to break that. I'm trying to go up to the local gym and work out to meet up with people, and I might start going to like commander nights for Magic the Gathering at a local shop. No idea. Although there's a long story about why I might have anxiety going, but I'm not going to go into that either. There are words, big words. They mean things. No, someone messaged me. Oh, that's probably you sending me your Steam ID. No, it's Mike. All right. Yeah, it's my good buddy Mad Techie. I think of him as my little brother. He doesn't like that, so I try not to say it very often. So, anyway, I just wanted to respond because we were planning on doing some Helldivers later, which will be probably my Twitch stream. But yeah, no, this channel is going to have a lot more of me doing art stuff as a big deal. It's going to have me doing art stuff, like me sketching on stream. I'm probably going to release some audiobook stuff because I write. I've been doing it for a long time. The only question is like how much, if any, art I'm actually going to apply to it, and any what's the word I'm looking for? Any of my short stories that I release on here, if they're popular, people want to see them, then I'll go ahead and continue the story. They do have a phone app. I've never used it, so I don't know anything about it. Don't ask me. And don't you dare ever fucking buy me a game. You need to save up for Switch stuff. You're banned from it. Oh, I don't know why, but all of a sudden my eyes got heavy, like I'm tired, but I'm not. I got good sleep, and I've got coffee, which actually doesn't do a damn thing for me. So it might be just that because I just ate a shit ton of cereal. All right. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover, because it's just a vibe stream where I'm just wanting to talk about stuff. Like, the only other thing I'd really want to talk about is political. And I'm not going to go into that rant. Well, it's not even technically a rant. It's just me like covering some of the news. Ugh. Where'd Zane go? What's he doing right now? I don't know. So, I got my new computer parts mostly ordered, and like a good chunk of it's here. I'm missing the hard drive that's meant for actually running the computer, because I do have the big ass hard drive meant for like storing stuff. There's another hard drive called an M.2 that's meant to run the OS, because it's a really good hard drive. That's what it's exactly meant for. The only other that's not in yet, and the other thing is the power supply. And I'm an idiot, and I forgot to get the cooling, so I have to order that. And I won't be able to do that until either my dad pays his side of the rent or the start of the new month. All right. Well, we're looking about this about being the end, because I really didn't have too much to talk about. Yeah, this was meant to be a short stream anyway. I was gonna possibly draw on the stream, start showing some stuff. I showed the teddy bear for the one of the little comics I want to do. I think the first short story I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna add any images to it. I might have like one dedicated image, and then because I got to make a thumbnail anyway, make one dedicated image, and then just have me reading the audiobook. Hopefully people enjoy it. People don't, that's fine too. I don't care. Because I want to make creative stuff. Yeah, I saw you messaging it. But yeah, I know this is a short stream. It's like 17 minutes. Not even that, because I think I like had standby screen on for an hour or a minute. So yeah, I know this is a short stream. I just wanted to cover some of that stuff. I wanted to at least like pop in and stream, because I promised I would. Next stream, which will be Friday for sure. Might be Thursday. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. I might do my first Ghost of Tsushima. I might do my first Ghost of Tsushima stream, and I'll be running on a difficulty mode where like one shot can kill you. Because I hate myself? No, it's because I enjoy that kind of gameplay. We'll do that until I decide not to do it anymore. Which I don't know how long that'll be. I do need to tackle like Demon Souls. And I might start playing Elden Ring again on stream. Probably not speedrunning it, because like as much fun as I have doing the speedrun stuff, I think I just need to get ready for Shadow of the Erd Tree to come out. Y'all didn't hear that. That you might need to send me the additional numbers that are at the end, or that might be Discord I'm thinking of. Does not match. I cannot find anybody. There is your friend code you can send. Here, I'll just send you my friend code, and we'll go from there. There you go. All right. I did just have a bunch of milk, which I'm actually not lactose intolerant, but randomly I become lactose intolerant. I have no freaking clue why. So I'm going to ask this one question. We're going to get through it, and then I'm going to end the stream. Best Resident Evil protagonist. I'll give you all a minute. To me, the best Resident Evil protagonist, like originally in Resident Evil 1, I loved Chris Redfield. I thought he was really cool. But like the later incarnations of him, I really don't like him. Leon Kennedy, I'm not a huge fan of, because he feels like a goody-goody two-shoe most of the time. He feels like that one guy who's like, duty, honor, Leon. Yeah, I can see why. Like, I honestly can see why. Claire, she's way too, like, I just don't like her emotional side, where she's like, Chris, Leon. I'm not a fan of it. So I'm just like working through the list in my head. Jill's probably like one of the better ones, just because like she's a major badass. I think Jill's more of a badass, though, in my opinion. You can disagree. Mind you, I'm going off of more like how she did in Resident Evil 3 than anything else. And if I remember correctly, she kicked a lot of ass when she was mind-controlled. If I had to make a final decision on who, it would be the protagonist of Resident Evil 7 and Village and his daughter. Like, it's kind of tied between the two. Because his daughter is, like, super powerful. Like, I wonder how they're going to incarnate that later. She probably won't be a player character. If she's actually using her powers, she is too freaking dangerous. And then her dad, even death didn't fucking stop him. He actually died in Resident Evil 7. He died at the beginning of Resident Evil 7 when he had his head stomped in by Jack Baker. And that still didn't stop him. I sent you my friend code. You can type that in and just send it to me. So I would have to say him. I can't remember his name right now. I hate that. But I do feel like he's probably my favorite protagonist. Because even death didn't stop him. Like, he actually dies, like, several times. He gets his hand cut off. Goop juice puts it back on like it's nothing. He died, because he died in 7 at the beginning. That's when he stopped being human. Got resurrected then. And then he died again near the end of Village when he had his heart ripped out. And he still kept going. Ethan, thank you. Yeah, Ethan is probably the biggest badass out of them all. He dies in his first game. And Bud's like, yeah, I don't care. Hands down, biggest badass in the series. Gets his hand cut off by Lady Dimitrescu. I'll run from her for a little bit and then stitch it back on. It's whatever. No one cares. And I love that for the longest time we didn't question it. We legitimately did not question in Resident Evil 7 when they just staple on a new hand and he's fine. We're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. We didn't fucking question that at all. I'm sorry, that's so funny to me. I remember watching Markiplier play, because I played it too, but I watched Markiplier play it first. And I was like, are we not questioning this? Like, even Markiplier just, like, made fun of it, but he didn't question it. He's like, yeah, okay, it's whatever. Like, no, that shouldn't work. What the hell? And there's a chance that wasn't even his hand. It may have been somebody else's. That's another funny part. It may have been somebody else's hand. They're like, yeah, this will work. And so he's got like 2 skin tones on there. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is so funny to me. As a community, we just like, okay, whatever. It's Resident Evil. It makes sense. That was too funny. I don't know why I laugh so hard at that. I fucking love it. Goop juice. Yeah, when Markiplier's like, I gotta put the goop juice on. There's just so much shit about it. Like, I love watching Markiplier shit. There's a lot of stuff I don't watch of his. Like, I'll just skip it. Like, the most recent one he did, where it's like, this video ends when I die. I'm like, I just don't care for Project Zomboid. I might play it, but I just don't care for it. Yeah, that sums it up. No, like, there's just some games he plays I don't care about. Or if he's playing like with anybody else, like his friends, like Bob and Wade, I will not miss that one. I will watch that one, probably on repeat. Like, I've watched his Lethal Company playthrough so many times, and the reason why is so. Oh yeah, that was good too. Like all of his with Markiplier stuff is great. He's got Bob and Wade with him. I love watching them together because they have such chaotic energy together. Yeah, that's good too. Bob is just this chaos gremlin when they're playing together. He like just causes chaos, pokes Markiplier to get him to go psychotic, messes with Wade to mess up what he's doing. Wade is this serious player who tries to find the best way to do things, the smart way to do things. But he'll also be sometimes, I'm just going to let y'all fuck up and just see what happens. And then Markiplier is that goddamn golden retriever. He's that goddamn golden retriever. He gets an idea in his head and he's like, I got to do this. Or he'll get a bit in his head and he gets stuck in the bit. I think the best time he's ever done that was in Minecraft when he's like, I forget what he was making. I think it wasn't an anvil. He was making something. He was making buckets. That's what it was. I'm going to make a bucket. And then I'm going to make another bucket. He wasted so much iron just making buckets. And even he admitted, I don't know why I did that. I got stuck in the bit and I had to keep going. And then there's I take the water out of the well and then I put the water back in. Oh yeah, I actually need to finish that game because I now have a semi-working mouse. Because the reason I stopped is my mouse was dying and it was pissing me off. I need to finish it. I don't want that game to beat me. Him playing Pogo Stuck when he was playing with his friends is fucking hilarious. When he's playing by himself, I don't like watching him play rage games that much. His I Am Bread's freaking hilarious, but I don't like generally watching him play rage games. Another good one is it's a horror game that's very story oriented. He replays, yeah, he's playing this like horror game with this long ass story, and there's like these optimal choices and stuff. And at one point, this character he really likes gets killed. Like he gets her killed. He like opens it up, a window gets up, snaps her neck, and he just goes and sits in a corner for a good second. And then he gets up, no, 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 and oh, spells, no, and then he like he replays the whole game to that point just to get it better. There's a good cartoon version. I think Lixian did it. It was just funny because he plays the whole game over again because it pissed him off that much. Once again, he's like a golden retriever. He gets an idea in his head and he can't stop himself. He has to follow through on the idea. Until Dawn. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was. And he does that with like no matter what game he's playing too. Like when he gets in that full golden retriever mode, like The Forest, he does it. Grounded, he did it. Raft, he did it. And it only gets worse when he's around Bob and Wade, because he knows that whatever he does, whatever stupidity he does, he's got the support of the other two to either make it funnier or just help him do it. And that's why I don't like it when people say, always ask Bob and Wade, when is the next time they're doing something with Markiplier? Because their content's great in its own right. Bob turns out to be great at interviewing. Why does that keep popping up? Bob's doing great at interviewing. Like, he interviewed the leader of Twitch or whatever. He still does his Let's Play stuff, which is also good in his own right. And his Lethal Company, he's playing on his own, is great too. But it turns out he's like really good at interviewing. He's really entertaining with it. And then Wade, he does a really good job of like doing exactly what he does. He's a serious gamer and he plays seriously. So he's usually the guy who like helps coordinate everybody else's stuff. And it's just funny when he does something completely stupid, like he fucks up and he's like, "God damn it, I know better than that." So that's why I'm not a fan when people do that. Like, if let's say my little sister got super famous and like a lot of our there's a few content where I'm playing with Gothic, and people are always like, "When's the next time you're doing something with Gothic?" I'd get super fucking jaded, not because I'm jealous of her success, but it makes me feel like the audience only likes me because of my work with Gothic. And I would expect her to feel the same way if it was the other way around. We'd be proud of each other's successes, but would hate the feeling of our content's only good because we're with them. So, like, that's one of the things that does jade me about that. And I'm pretty sure it jades them too. I know that Bob has spoken about this. There's been more than one time where people don't remember which one's Bob, which one's Wade, and have tried to and called them the wrong name. Like, I can imagine a slip up, but apparently they did it multiple times in the conversation. And he's like, it just pissed him off. I'm like, that's gotta suck. Now, mind you, these guys live off of streaming now. Like, they were introduced to a very large audience because of Markiplier, and their content stands on its own now. So don't make me think I'm saying otherwise. And they're able to make that living, and they do have some They have to have some appreciation for Markiplier for helping. But at the same time, once again, their content stands on their own. People wouldn't donate to Wade and Bob if it wasn't for their content is good. Oh yeah, Wade also does really good horror content. I love that too. So yeah. All right. Ow, I popped my ankle. Like, I'm sitting here like almost cross-legged in my chair and I popped my ankle. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? My weight's been drifting up a little bit, and I'm getting a little self-conscious about it. I'm not liking it. I haven't been walking as much. mostly because my sleep pattern's so messed up. What I might do is actually throw on my shoes and do some walking on the treadmill while I'm trying to wait to get into hell divers. That might be a good idea because like the queue time for that is ridiculous, and it's not their fault. It really isn't. Like, okay, kind of technically, I find out it's not just that PlayStation won't give them servers; it's that the infrastructure they built the game on is a really old one, so it's just not working. Oh, I don't know why, but I'm fucking tired again all of a sudden. I need sleep. I don't know why. Like if I take my glasses off, you can see how much sleep's under my eyes. Trying to think. Is there anything else I need to cover? No, I think I got it. Blah. We'll say next week I'm gonna try and release the first short story. It's just gonna be like a generic picture that I make, and then which I might even draw on stream, and then I'll record it, chop it up before I take out all my mess ups, and I'll try to do a little bit of voice acting, some fluctuation in my voice, whatever. We'll see how I do. Because eventually I'll probably just hire somebody else to do the voice reading. I have a friend I'd rather do it because she's really good at it, but she stopped doing content creation as a whole. Like she refused to even be hired to do voice work. So a little depressing because I supported them for a good minute and they were good. They had a hell of a lot more success than I did. So that's unfortunate. A lot of their content's still up. They just don't do it anymore. Dead channel. So anyway, that's what I got. Like, comment, share, subscribe, become a member. That's what I got. Legitimately, that's all I got. Hope I see y'all. If I stream tomorrow, I hope I see you tomorrow, but definitely I'll see y'all Friday. It will be a longer stream on Friday. I'll probably actually be playing something, or I'll be straight up just sketching for a good minute. See ya.